Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
And making it work.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Benson, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And out now come the Cowboys. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Now 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Benson. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 123 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here we go. Panther 60.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can. Be it laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one. And
the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 18. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the penalty on the offense, that'll be declined, and the turnover stands. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down. To throw is Prescott. George Pickens. Yard line.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his 1st catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down at 4 now. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid, still pitching a shutout. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
What is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Prescott on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6. Now Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point. And this is going to be a delay of game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now from 5 yards further back. Point attempt. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got it complete to Tolbert. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Prescott to throw it. Left side to Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Pitch and catch to Wilson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And they will take a knee here. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Cardinals, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.